Hey all. So this will be the last day this week for a definition essay. I thought tomorrow we could do a current event activity, give you a little break, and then next week we'll do some revision of your essay. So today I want you to focus on rhetorical strategies. You might have noticed in the assignment handout that it mentioned using some rhetorical strategies with purpose. So I wanted to review and talk about what that would look like. This is also a good review for question 2 of the test, the rhetorical analysis. And so this is not these are not all of the strategies, remember, that we've talked about, but some that I thought could work for you with this essay, but please don't feel limited to this, okay? So I'm not going to read this out to you, but just mentioning a few, we've talked about and looked at writers using syntax for effect. So think about how you can use your sentences for emphasis or for explanation, how you can use imagery to paint a picture. It often pulls on our emotions or makes us really feel and understand an individual situation. Paradigm, right? Inserting your evidence is certainly going to build your logical argument. And so thinking about how you can have a series of effective examples to prove your point. So with rhetorical strategies, we're thinking about how our writing can help to craft our argument, right? So just be mindful of that as you write today. I would pick 2 or 3 of these to really focus on in your writing. When you turn in your final draft, I'm going to ask that you identify which strategies you worked on over and over again. Okay, sorry. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was just looking at some examples from the model writers. Don't forget that we have lots of great annotations on our model essays. You've probably marked some moments of beautiful writing or persuasive writing. So look at those as your guide. I pulled out a few. This one from Colson Whitehead, his loser edit essay, where he says, splice and snip, the controversial evidence falls to the cutting room floor, and we assert order, shape a narrative, any narrative, out of the chaos. So there's a couple of things here. I love that short fragment, splice and snip. It's also got alliteration. So it's a fragment, the alliteration, both of which really emphasize that. And then in these sentences, we also see the way, remember in the essay, he's using this figurative language, this metaphor of editing our lives, shaping this kind of narrative through film of what we wish our life could be. And so that's a big part of his argument, right? That this is unnatural and not real. And so I wanted to point this out, that you can use figurative language in a really effective way to craft your argument, as Whitehead does. I also picked one from Being a Cripple by Nancy Mars. I love this series of 3 sentences because notice how they get longer with each one. That first one, I am a cripple, just a simple sentence and has such emphasis, especially with that loaded word, if we think about diction, of cripple, that is startling. Then she has the second sentence, I choose this word to name me. I choose from among several possibilities, the most common of which are handicapped and disabled. So we have this repetition of I choose, I choose. Again, the fact that the first sentence doesn't start with that creates another emphasis. But as I said, each sentence gets longer as she kind of develops her point and gets more general about what she is, or I'm sorry, she gets more specific about what she is talking about, right? So using syntax for effect, using word choice very specifically and mindfully, using imagery or figurative language. These are some techniques that we see here. Okay, I'm going to post this actual slideshow in Classroom because I would love you to add an example that you think is really powerful that shows a rhetorical strategy. I would love you to write what it shows. I'll add a few comments to mine. And so we know why you picked it and what rhetorical strategy you think is there. And maybe your peers will take it on and try to imitate it in their own essays. Okay? All right. Take care. Happy writing today. Let me know if you need anything. All right. I'm here for you. So I'm happy to give you more comments if you need them. Just let me know.